Hey everyone, my name is Dawn and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are building yet another tiny home, but this time it's not a micro home. Every time I build a tiny home, it ends up being a micro home. I just like micro homes best. They have the most benefits and it's fun to try to, make these super tiny spaces that are fully functional and have everything you need. But anyway, this home is not a micro home, it's a tier 2 tiny home, so a couple less benefits, but still very good and a little bit overpowered for gameplay. So I built this house on the lot Bedlington Boathouse in Brindleton Bay, which is a 20 by 20 lot. I gave it the lot traits, good schools, homey, and bracing breezes. Why are there so many bees involved with this lot? It is a sort of 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. I don't remember how much it costs, but I will go check and pop it up on the screen right here. And unfortunately, it uses 12 packs. I'm so sorry. I don't know how this keeps happening. The packs it uses are Snowy Escape, Eco Lifestyle, Discover University, Seasons, Cats and Dogs, Get Together, Get to Work, Dream Home Decorator, Jungle Adventure, Parenthood, Paranormal Stuff, and Tiny Living Stuff. I do not know how this happened. I thought I was doing so well, like always. I kept telling myself throughout the whole build, don't use Eco Lifestyle, don't use Cats and Dogs, and don't use Parenthood. And yet I ended up using all of those. I just feel like I use those 3 packs so often, so I wanted to try to just focus on using other packs. Not even other packs, just less packs in general. There's definitely a few times throughout the build where I go to use something from Eco Lifestyle and then I'm like, no, I'm not using Eco Lifestyle in this build, so I go and pick something else. But literally, I used, in all of the rooms except for the bathroom, I used Eco Lifestyle walls. With Cats and Dogs, I'm literally in Brindleton Bay, but I was like, I don't want to use Cats and Dogs, I want to use other stuff. And then right at the beginning of the build, I used the Cats and Dogs wood flooring. With Parenthood, I think it was one thing from Parenthood that I used, completely forgot about using it, and then was like, I'm not going to use Parenthood in this build. So definitely sorry about so many packs. I pinky promise next build I will try so hard to use less, but actually be conscious of the packs that I've already used. But anyway, moving on to the layout of this build. So when you walk in the front door, you're met with the kitchen and dining room and also the small sort of office/study space. I do like how the kitchen turned out. I used the Snowy Escape counters, so I got to, clutter the undershelves, which I think turned out really nice. I also like the desk space. I used the 2-tier desk from Dream Home Decorator, and I think it has a sort of cozy vibe to it with all the clutter that I used on it. The dining table's pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. It's just a small square table, so it's quite simple. But at the end of the kitchen is a door which leads you to our very bright orange bathroom. I wanted to go for an orange color scheme in this house. At first I was gonna do another greenhouse, but I caught myself on that and was like, I've literally used so much green in my past few builds, so I'd want to try to do something different. And I don't really use orange that often as a main color in a color scheme, so we went for orange this time. I went and I changed the roof to be orange and one section of the outside, and then I just went crazy with orange in the bathroom. I think that's the only room that has an overwhelming amount of orange in it. In all the other rooms, orange is sort of just an accent. It's there only a little bit, just a dash of orange. Yeah, the bathroom is definitely my least favorite room. It's not my least favorite bathroom ever, but it's just the worst room of this build in my opinion. I do like the layout. I tried to, do something sort of different. I always make a 3x2 bathroom with the tub on one side and the toilet and the sink on the other side, and they all end up looking the same. So I do like to try to put in a little bit of effort to make the bathrooms just look slightly different, and I think I achieved that here. Moving on and coming out of the bathroom, going back to when you first walk in the front door, if you turn to your left, you will find an archway which leads to the living room/master bedroom. This room I like mostly. When I was actually decorating it though, it was a big headache. Just absolutely horrible. So I was indecisive this entire build. My indecisiveness was really shining the entire time. I would put something down, look at it, hate it, change it, and then be like, wow, I liked the other thing better, so change it back. Or I would pick something up from one of the packs I've was so sure that I wasn't using, even though I had used it, but be like, no, this is from Eco Lifestyle, I can't use it. So then I change it to try to find something either from a different pack that I knew I was using or just base game. In the living room / bedroom, since it was going to be both, I wanted to sort of make it seem that way, specifically with the TV area. At first, I was just going to use a TV stand / console table / hallway table, but then I was like, oh, maybe I could use a dresser, because that would be good both for, you know, the parents being able to get dressed, but also it could still, you know, hold the TV. But it took me so long to decide which I wanted to use, and I flip-flopped through both for so long. And then I was also trying to make sure that whatever I used didn't go too high so that it didn't block any of the windows. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll change the windows and use smaller ones. But I liked the windows with the shutters because it felt more complete for the front of the house. In the end, I landed on a dresser. I just thought it was better gameplay-wise and being able to get dressed without having to like go into the kids' room or anything. For the decorations on top, I sort of tried to keep a like mantle of the fireplace type of vibe, but then the rest of the room is pretty normally decorated, just like a regular living room. And then finally leaving the living room, going back into the kitchen. In between the dining table and the desk is another door which leads you to the kids' bedroom. This room I also definitely had some indecisiveness with, but it was more so I wasn't really sure if I wanted the room to be for like 2 kids, 2 teens, or a teen and a kid. I think I sort of landed on a teen and their younger sibling, so I put like the kids' activity table, but I didn't go super crazy with toys and like bright colorful decorations that screamed a kid lives here. But then when I was doing the wall decorations, like by the beds specifically, I feel like they look a little bit childish, so maybe the teen just aged up into a teen, so, you know, hasn't really had the time to change out decorations yet, but not a huge thing to change around and fix to be more to your Sims likings. But I do like how that room turned out. I'd say it's definitely sort of simple. I think I did that sort of to show that it wasn't like super young kids living in there. But anyway, that is the inside of the house. So going back out the front door, because there's no back door, which, you know, slight fire hazard, so sorry about that. But the backyard is on the side of the house, and I'd say it's pretty simple back there. There's, you know, a couple of loungers, the usual grill and table. I threw in the bar that sort of just looks like it belongs outside, like it has party vibes. And then also in the back corner is a kiddie pool from Seasons. I did want to put a real pool, but I didn't want to put it like up against the house, and I felt like it wouldn't really fit it at a good size anywhere, so I ended up tossing the idea and just putting a kiddie pool. And then I just went and did some pretty basic landscaping. Well, not basic, but I just didn't like put a bunch of landscaping everywhere. It's mostly right next to the front door. There's lots of flowers and bushes, but then the rest of the lot is pretty empty except for 2 big trees. During the landscaping was another time I was like, I don't want to use cats and dogs, even though we're literally in Brindleton Bay. I don't want to use landscaping from this pack. So I ended up just putting a couple of evergreens. Like, I don't know where my brain was, but I don't think she was in my head. But anyway, that is the whole lot. If you liked this house and would like to download it on the gallery, you can do so by searching my ID, dawnlothario, or by searching the hashtag dawnlothario. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment all of your thoughts down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will speak to you all very soon. Goodbye!